Well, hey there, fellas. It's end of week three. We got a week three recap here. We had a little bit of a disappointing weekend here for the Cake Standers. It wasn't too good. The number one pick in the draft decided to get a goose egg for points, and he did actually better than some of your people. So we're gonna get into that here in a second. Uh, yeah, it was all right. The Longhorns didn't play, which is okay. They probably would have lost. The Cowboys did win against the Rams. It matched the largest come from behind win basically in Cowboys history, 21 points. Couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Anyway, guys, here we are. We're going to talk about some fantasy football here. First matchup, we have the ass kicking chickens and Buckeye Nation. Now, Brian, uh, you didn't get any points for Bernard Pierce. You didn't get any. Uh, but at least it was better than Rodney's kicker. Suckup got -1. So, yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter if you got zero or not because you won 146-88. Wow. Guys, we got trophies to give away this week. Brian, Buckeye Nation, gets the biggest win of the week by winning by the biggest margin there. 58 points was the margin of victory there. Also gets the most points scored with 146. It was 146-88 was the final. Rodney, you got -1 for your kicker, and there ain't nothing you could have done. That makes two of us this week. Nothing you could have done to win. He was just on fire. And he even benched Kelvin Benjamin with 25 points, and he still destroyed you. I mean, he destroyed you. He ripped out your soul. That's how bad he won. Your team underperformed, Rodney. I don't know what else to say. It would have been a lot worse if Brian would have put in a few of those players. I mean, he could have put in Kaepernick, could have put in Benjamin. It could have been the win. Could have been the loss for you, Rodney, would have been worse. But anyway, Brian, you're 3-0. Rodney, you're 1-2. Brian, keep it up. This week, guys, we had 2 games that were 7 points or less, and the rest of them were games that are 45-point differential or higher. So it was either close or it was a blowout. Next matchup, we have the Death by Taxes and the Colorado Antlers. Now, guys, this had a potential of being a come-from-behind Monday night victory for the Antlers. He went into Monday night being, let's see here, it was 115. Was it 115 to 98 on Monday night? Had a potential. He had a kicker. He had a chance. Kicker can perform. They can get 18, 19 points. We've seen it this year. It didn't happen, though. It didn't happen. Now, this is not the closest game of the week, guys, but it's Dave won 115-108. Now, the best player on Dave's team is the Carolina Panthers defense that plays for Mark, who got -12 points. You might as well put nobody in there. If you put nobody in there, you'll win the game. You can blame that on the Carolina defense right there, bud. They, you'd have been better off. -12. That's hilarious. But you do not get the come from behind victory, and you fall to 1-2. And I'm sorry, Cairo, you get to 2-1, Bubba. With the help of Matt Ryan, Aaron Foster. I don't know if he upset the coaches or whatnot, but he didn't get any points. He didn't even play. It's really weird. Emmanuel Sanders, you had him on the bench. I mean, might not have been close if you'd have put Sanders and Sanders on the bench, and Zach Stacy for that matter got 16. Lacey, you got him starting. He only got 2. Lacey's underperforming like you wouldn't believe. Anyway, 2-1 Dave, 1-2 Mark. Next matchup, the Texas Cake Standers and the Corn-Fed Fatties. There's nothing I could have done. I just got destroyed. It was 127-82 was the final score there. LaShawn McCoy got absolutely no points whatsoever because he didn't do anything hardly at all. He may have stretched out for the game, But other than that, he didn't do much of anything. There was a lot of fights in that game. The Washington Philly game, that's a huge rivalry. Of course, any team in the NFC East. I should have put in Garcon. It doesn't matter. Even if I'd have did that, I've ran the numbers. Even if I did that, I'd have lost. But good win for you, Brandon. And yeah, 127-82. No trophies in this one. None. Next matchup, we have the Hooligans versus the Colorado Reapers. Now, Chris, I know you had the number 1 pick this year in the draft, and you picked Jamal Charles because you thought he was going to be amazing. You picked Doug Martin because he was there and he's done good in the last year or two. So of course you get 2 starting running backs that aren't sharing carries. You're in good shape, right? Until this crap happens. This crap meaning they get none. Charles got none. Dougie Martin got none. Antonio Gates got you 1 when last week he totally went off. I don't know what to say, Chris, but your scores, they're getting lower every week. You started out with 85 points. Now that in week 1 you got 85. That's with a full lineup. Jonathan got 75 without a quarterback playing, basically, because he started Cam Newton. He was bent, or he didn't play. Then the next week, you got 70. Yeah, you got 70 the last week. This week, you got 69. Now, Chris, we need to talk, man. You got to get your stuff together here. You've got to turn it around. These low score trophies, that's 2 weeks in a row you've got the low score trophy. This ain't good. That ain't good, man. I don't know. Maybe Jackson was on the bench. He got 24 for you. You don't win with that in. Brian Hartline. I don't know why you didn't put in Brian Hartline. Your team's just underperforming, man. You got a good squad, Chris. Don't be downhearted on yourself. It's a dynasty league. I mean, we're going on for years here. It's okay. 0-3. It's not bad. They can bounce back. Teams have done it before. Anyway, good win for you, Mike. Manning did okay. Martellus Bennett did really good in Monday night game. Brandon Marshall only got you 1, though, because he's still feeling kind of hurt. It's all good, though. Low score trophy of the week goes to you, Chris. And, hey, happy birthday, Mike. I hope you have a good birthday, I think you will. 2-1 for you, Bubba. Next matchup, and is this the final matchup? Yes, this is. The final matchup we're going over here is Big Blue World Champs versus the Fairway Flyers. 2-0 coming into this game. And, Jonathan, you were 0-2. Wow. This is crazy. Starting on Friday, I thought Jonathan had it in the bag because you got 37 points from Julio Jones, okay, on Friday. How do you come back from that? I mean, that's one receiver that just destroyed him. It's like what Gates did last week on the bench for Chris. Sorry, Bubba. Anyway, Jeremy had the chance to Monday night come from behind victory with Jay Cutler being in there. Now, if Jay Cutler would have thrown that interception down, there's a couple of throws there that the Jets should have caught. They should have caught it. Cutler, they were tipped, but he should have had a couple of interceptions. But what do you do? 118-116. Jeremy, you get the close game of the week trophy and the come from behind victory. You had 98 points going into the game. It was 116-98 before it, and it ended up being 118-116, a 20-point turnaround. Now, it's not the longest turnaround that we've had all year, but it's still significant. Jonathan, you remain winless. You have no W's. Jeremy, you have 3 of them, and you are 3-0. 20 points to win. Good job, Bubba. Guys, that's the matchups for this week. The standings we're going to go over here. In the NFC, we have Buckeye Nation, the Corn-Fed Fatties, and the Reapers, Antlers, Fairway Flyers. 3-0, 2-1, 2-1, 1-2, 0-3. And the AFC, we got the Big Blue World Champs at 3-0, Death by Taxes at 2-1, the Ass Kicking Chickens 1-2. I'm at 1-2, and the Hooligans are 0-3. Now, there's one thing I'm confused about. Me and the Ass Kicking Chickens are both 1-2. I did beat him. Why? I don't understand why he's above me in the standings. So be aware there might be some editing going on with that. Anyway, guys, hey, that's week 3. Week 3 is done. A few things in the league that happened. Monitor it. A lot more injuries, of course. Kirk Cousins, he's now this top dog in Washington. Bortles, top dog in Jacksonville. He actually did very well with what he has, the tools that he has. He did very well. Anxious to see what Bridgewater's going to do up in Minnesota. We'll see, guys. Anyway, congrats. And, gentlemen, I will see y'all on Thursday night before the Thursday night football game. Y'all have a good week.